What's good, bro? We back in here, and today we are going to be doing something a little bit different in regards to Xenoverse 2. Y'all gonna see some gameplay on the screen, of course, but this is kind of gonna be a little voiceover. We're just going to be discussing some things that have happened in Xenoverse 2 that we do not want to see happening again in Xenoverse 3. We might even talk about some things that have not happened in Xenoverse 2 that we do want to see happen in Xenoverse 3. Now today we're going to be talking about raid missions and events, stuff like that, online events. You guys know what I'm talking about. And in the future we're going to be speaking on other topics. As I just said earlier, it's going to be things that we want to see in Xenoverse 3. Those topics will be up on everybody else's channel that's involved in this video. We got Nagoy, we got Cabby, we got LNS. Raid missions. As you guys should know, there is the Fuse Zamasu raid, the, what's it called, Demented Deity. We've had the same exact raid ever since Extra Pack 1 came out. We've just been repeating the same raids that have been coming out. We've been getting the same exact rewards. Well, we're finally starting to get new rewards and stuff like that. But my thing
after the game is dying.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we're getting this now after the game is not really nearly as fun as it used to be. When we requested for the rewards that we're getting now, that was way back when Xenoverse was lit and everything. Why are we getting that stuff now? I feel like for Xenoverse 3, if there's any way that they could hold like maybe even polls or something like that, I feel like if they were to reach out to the community more, we could tell them what they should be putting in the game, as long as it's not something outrageous, you feel me? Like saying something along the lines of, oh, I want to look just like the Grand Priest, like literally look just like the Grand Priest and be Super Saiyan 3 at the same time or something like that. You feel me? Like, as long as it's something that actually makes sense and can actually be incorporated in Xenoverse, I feel like they should be able to do that.
Yeah, first things first, they need a community manager. Something like that.
I'm
serious. They do. It's like there's no way to communicate with us. They just drop shit and leave. They don't tell us when they're dropping it. They don't tell us when they're dropping it. Like we gotta figure it out.
Yeah, like
we gotta figure it out.
The thing, what's it called again? The thing that we looked at, the leaderboards. Usually
like,
news
board.
Yeah, I was just about
the leaderboards are useless.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, they only drop news for like raids and stuff like that on the Japanese website.
Yeah,
like
they only, well, not only, but I think the last time, I could be wrong on this, but I think the last time that they released some news in regards to something that's going on in game that was not DLC for Xenoverse, and on like Bandai Namco's official website, was when we were getting those moves in the TP Metal Shop, the Divine Lasso and stuff like that. I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, bro, it was like it was like DLC 3, somewhere around there though, for sure. It's been a while since they've personally said anything to us about what's being changed, what's being added, what's going on this weekend. Like, there's been multiple double experience weekends, double TP weekends. Nobody knows about them.
Nobody does. Like, they just hop on the game and they're just like, oh, this is here now. And it's all understandable that it would be on the Japanese website just because of the fact, I mean, like, come on, it's Dragon Ball. We're playing an anime game, but that news board should be updated at the end of the day. I just feel like that news board should be updated to let us know. Not Twitter, not Facebook, none of that. The game actually has a news board. It's in the game, but there's never news there. And
the thing is, if you hit RB on that board, it goes to like, it says like events or something.
Yeah.
And there's nothing like the first.
You don't even know the events are coming. When you get on the game, they'll say an event is going on at the top right. Sometimes you look around and you're just like, what's going on? Normally that ends up meaning that there's like double TP medals or something like that. But sometimes it's not even double. It'd be like 1.5 and stuff like that. You just don't know.
Exactly.
You just don't know. And really, they should just have something up on the news board. Everything that's on the Japanese website of the game should be on the news board. I don't see why it's not. I don't see how it could be a problem for it to get put there.
Laziness.
I really don't know what it is, bro. But I feel like in Xenoverse 3, that should not be a problem. That needs to be a thing that they need to be on top of. Another thing that I feel like they need to be on top of are the tournaments. As you all know, people boost all the time in tournaments and stuff like that. And I don't know. Some people don't even consider these things tournaments just because of the way it's formatted. It's a grind session.
Yeah,
it's
really
win.
not like it's whoever who has the most no life type shit. Like if you got 3 hours to spend on the game straight,
to do it,
you have a good chance.
I've won a few tournaments before, but I had the time to do it. But there's so many people out here that I know might have actually been better than me at whatever the tournament was supposed to be about. Say, for example, I won the Supervillain Cell tournament, right? There has to be somebody that's better than me with Supervillain Cell. But I won the tournament because I had time.
They only match you up with somebody who does like matchmaking. Why don't you just match you up with people with high ranking instead? Like I know people grind, but it's just weird the way they set up the tournaments. Like when you find for a room, it just makes you up with random people instead, and then the people who are higher, they just kick out the people who are just less. That's what pretty much all we did when we were like me. I won the GT tournament. What I want to do is just sit in the room and I kick the people who had less QP because
I was gonna say that's exactly what I would do. If someone has very, very, very low QP, I would kick them.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, that does shorten that skill gap. Or it decreases the skill gap that is in between the two players for the most part, because somebody with low QP for the most part is going to be worse than somebody that has very high QP, and it forces you to fight other people who do have high QP in order for you to even level up.
Okay, I'm gonna say this, but I don't want to.
No, go ahead. I was just about to ask how would we fix, or what fixes could they possibly do for Xenoverse 3 in terms of the tournament?
I'll say this. For the tournaments, for the whole matchmaking thing, they should run it. It's not a comparison to fighters, first and foremost. But the way fighters rank is done, you get matched basically with someone in your ranking area, and you cannot leave the match once you press accept. You don't know their ranking or anything before that. If they did something similar like that with Xenoverse, to where you get matched up and you don't know the person's ranking or anything like that, you just got to play them, and you know for the most part that they're going to be in your area, that would be a lot better as opposed to having 5,000 QP in the tournament and then get matched up with someone who has 40.
So
that nobody wants to do that. Like if they fix the matchmaking of that and make it again where not only you can't just constantly kick people to get your friends in there and boost.
Yeah, I was going to say, because if they were to do it like that, people couldn't even boost then.
Exactly. They just you have to fight who you get matched up with.
What about lag, though? What if they match you up with somebody that's lagging really bad?
The lag
Should there be an option to not play
worse? Yeah.
Well, maybe they added the setting of where you could choose your connection thing, like how fighters has. You could
the whole system's trash.
How would you fix it?
How would I fix it? That's a hard question. Because even if we give them the answers, they're not going to do it. They're going to do what they want to do. I mean, I'm being serious. They're going to do what they're like.
Yeah, that was another thing. Well, that's like something that we're going to consistently talk about throughout this little series that we're going to have on each other's channels. It's just we need communication. We need communication. Yeah. I feel like they just need a better understanding as to what people actually want in order to make the game fun and keep the game going for longer. I'm not going to lie. The game has done absolutely amazing, even though it's been bad. It's been bad but good at the same time, if that makes any sense. Because think about this, guys. True. What game are you playing right now that came out a year and a half ago? There's not too many you can really say. There's not too many games that you guys can say that are on the newer consoles, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, that have came out literally over a year ago. And you still play. So they've obviously been doing something right in order to keep you playing.
We're talking about we're talking about tournament mode, right? The tournaments, right?
Well, we're talking about online events in general.
Yeah, online events.
Online events. To fix it, all they really need is they need a community manager.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I just feel like if they would just communicate with us and stuff like that, it would be easy to fix a lot of the problems that we have with these online events.
Yep. Because it
really would be.
I'm bringing this up right now. Like how long have we been crying about the longest time balance? And then we cried about that, and they said, you know what? They want us to balance shit. Let's introduce Limit Burst.
Are we gonna do balance on your channel?
It don't matter who channel we do it on. To be honest, it don't matter.
I feel you talk about balancing a lot, so I feel like that would be good.
Oh yeah, we could.
Yeah, that could be your topic.
We'll do the balancing. We're gonna end this video here. You guys let me know everything that you guys might think about this entire situation when it comes to online events being fixed for Xenoverse 3. Let me know how you guys would fix it. Let me know what problems you guys might have with the online events in Xenoverse 2 that you want to see fixed in Xenoverse 3. what online events don't we have in Xenoverse 2 that you would like to see in Xenoverse 3? Let me know. But anybody got anything to say?
Basically, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Stay tuned. There's gonna be a lot more because Xenoverse has a lot of issues, so there's gonna be a lot more of these.
Alright, but guys, make sure to check out everybody's channel. Every person will have their own link in the description of this video. Make sure you guys check them out. Hope you guys have a wonderful
I am a
day.
god, check me out.
Alright. Y'all have a blessed one. I'm out, bro.